Oh, that's great. No game audio to start. Unbelievable.
I can't invite you back
This
if you
could be
join leave, by the way. So
yeah. This is a very silent stream, but welcome along to another round of sensational ILR action. Joining me as we did in week 1 was myself, joining me, of course I am, and with me is HLG, finally promoted on Twitter.
woohoo! Good evening, hello there, people.
Meow. There's a
I think
car.
it doesn't make game sound, just sounding. Yeah.
I'm literally gonna have to do this because I've got no game audio. If I leave, we're in shite. Let's have a look at the race director. I've literally got no game sound either on the menus. So that's no incident. Oh, cross the pit lane, exit white line. That's a naughty. Damn it, line.
Oh, my phone is going mad.
Oh,
Telling me
look!
you're broadcasting. Shut up. Right.
I have game sound. I have game audio. We are okay. I just will not pause it again.
Right. So yes.
As D Hunter leaves the session, presumably for the same issue. Right,
said we're
so
at China. I don't know what bit we've done. We're so out of practice again.
we have not. We are around China, and turn 1 goes on forever. So bring a book.
Yes. And turn 1's an interesting one. Actually, a few of these turns are very interesting. This is my playground track, so prepare for some, well, I don't know the corner names and stuff, but prepare for some good information. As many of these corners you can take a couple different lines, and they all work. So we should see some spectacular side-by-side racing this evening. As I think it's F1... No, God, it's another name I've got to pronounce. Shizla?
Oh, hello there. You're a new guy. You're new or you've changed your gamer tag. Either way, I do specifically ask for easy to pronounce gamer tags. So, steerage. Come on, recruitment. Get it together.
Yep.
I
think it's him in the Williams.
And you make it more and more difficult.
It's him in the Williams is going to be the first to get up as he's coming down the back straight now to open his DRS. I'm so novice at this right now. I've not turned on any of my stuff. Can't see anything. There we go.
Dear.
Right.
Good job I turned it on.
Yep, as he breaks down, he gets a small lock up, but that won't have cost him too much. Now the final corner, this is one you need to nail. Down to the full... Oh, he's into the pits. Never mind. I don't know who's next to finish.
It will be Button. I'm on board with him already.
Okay.
He's moved around the final corner. Takes a nice line.
Yep, look very good. A little bit of counter steering, but 32.6.
32.6. 5 tree. 34.0 on the soft.
Yeah.
That's obviously a lift there for line.
Yeah, that's going to be him wanting to come back out on the mediums more than likely.
Alex Dagu in a Ferrari.
The other was
car very familiar to yourself.
Yes, my car for another league, and I detest this car. It's a pile of rubbish.
You can't say that about a Ferrari.
Oh, I can say that about whatever I like. I honestly would rather be driving the Williams. But yeah, he's opened up his DRS now. We keep catching people on the back of the lap, so I can't really talk through many of the corners I like, but he's going to come down here. He's done that very nicely, actually. Third gear, though. That's interesting. Was not expecting a third gear.
Got a third gear guy.
Oh,
a little bit wide,
though.
Might have been too wide.
He had no ERS.
No, it counts.
Line, but it's
33.0.
That's not too far off
Callum
the button.
G on an outlap. If you want to talk him through some corners, go to him. This has just started an outlap, so...
Callum G, yes. So, well, we'll follow him for a minute. I won't talk through too much of it.
I've got a Freyhard though who's actually on a lap right now. Just to keep people up to date as he comes into the snow section. Into sector 3.
As we have yellow flags in sector 3, so I'm going to assume there's someone moving out of the way.
Yeah, I think it is. I think there's someone ahead that's gone slowly on the back straight there. But it is, yeah. Shouldn't cause a problem for Wiz.
Alright. Once you finish watching him do his lap,
corner.
we'll do Callum G as he goes
Take it
fifth.
away with Callum
That's
G.
decent, right? Yep. So Callum G, well, he's going to be looking to get a good run out of the final corner to start the lap. It's key for this track, really, as he does so. That was pretty much perfect. So breaking into turn one, this is one of those corners where there's about 3 lines you could take for this. Be interesting to see which one he takes. He brings it close into the apex. He's taking the narrower line and out wide as you come into here. That's pretty much the line I would take. All lines are pretty even on pace, but turn 2, well, like, turn 1 is very long, so that would cast as turn 2. That was beautifully taken as well. As he breaks down into this tight right-hander, down to first to get the initial turn in. Ooh, little loss to the back end, but that will be because he is on the hard tyre. Now this corner's tricky, there's a little bit of a lift. It never used to be a lift, interestingly enough. So these cars losing a little bit of the downforce to keep going as TSR, I'm not going to pronounce the second bit, goes fastest.
Shilling. Ouch. On the
That's
soft.
what I was thinking it was, but yeah, now we're going to the snail section. Now this is a tricky bit to get right. You want to get early on the brakes. Now you have to be careful on how much power you put down here. It's less than you think, so you can get a good run. Which he seems to have done. He's nailed the power output through that corner. But he's clearly been practicing a lot. As Beacon now goes fastest on the hard tyres.
You fucking what?
He's done 3 laps
Sorry,
on him though.
22?
So I don't think he'll be starting on him.
Something's
now,
broken because you cannot do a 22.9 around here.
Well, you can.
Apologies for the
losing
F-bomb,
the
but
back end.
what the fuck is going on? It's not possible to do a 22.
I'm very close to some of the other guys on the hard tyres, but I have to say I'm impressed with that time for Meekin. I know he's done 3 laps on those tyres to bring them in, but oh boy, he could.
Twenty-two is not possible. I don't care what. It's not. Something's gone wrong with the lobby there, or he's got a weird timing glitch, because 22 is impossible around China. So
sure
good luck for second, everybody else.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening right here. No, I'm actually going to check the Twitter chat here, just in case people are questioning it in there. You know,
31.8. That's about what I'd expect. Like absolute maximum, maybe a 30 if you nail it on soft, but to do 22.9 on the hard. I'm sorry, sir. This lobby is broke.
Out about that time, so he's going to be starting on pole position on 3-lap old tyres with a near on impossible time.
Renault fans in all sectors. Zaka comes around the penultimate corner. Not going to get pole, he's already gone 22s, but never mind. Let's see if we can get into the 30s. Can't do that either. 33.1 puts him 8th on the grid with the hard tyres. Not too bad a time there.
Yeah, you'll
look
see a
at
few
Legends
people
of
come back
IGN.
out on the mediums. Yeah,
Will be improving on this lap.
We do personally know IGN Legends. He's a good friend of ours. We're expecting to see him we're expecting to see him do pretty well. I can English.
Don't tell him that. He doesn't like the pressure.
He doesn't like the pressure. Well,
nah.
He doesn't know about the pressure right now.
No.
Well, from what I've seen, his laps look pretty decent, but we did miss the whole of the first sector at least. Oh, lock up as he comes into the tight, essentially a hairpin. Is he going to finish the lap off? He is. Down a fourth. A little bit sketchy. That might have done him. No, he continues on and gets it. Another 33 deads. That's
Decent. Look how close he is. 4 people are in 33 zeros here. He's 2 thousandths quicker than Giant, who, you know, and then you got a 33.02, 33.04. Wow. Competitive.
Huh. I just want to check something here, actually. From what I'm reading in the Twitter chat.
Yeah.
Hold on. 39. Wow. Um.
What?
Just compare the top two's final sectors.
Okay. If I go in race director, I might risk losing game sound again.
No, you should be alright. I just want the stream to see those final sector comparisons.
Okay, so are you on about Gazala and the guy below him?
Kazala and Active Beacon, that's what I'm saying. I want you to compare those two final sectors. They are... that's mad.
30.4. That's the second.
Second. Mate, are you reading that right? Kazala's is
31 and then 30.4. 30.4. Gazala. Oh yeah, so, sorry.
Yeah.
39.8.
That's...
So, which corner is he missed?
That's a very good question.
All of them, by the look of it. You know.
He's just put in the Twitter chat he was on for what was currently at that time P4, and then as he crossed the line, it gave him 10 seconds.
Sweet.
Interesting.
Well done, Cody's. You've made a sensational game you spent 2 years working on. Christ only knows how good it would be if you bothered to make any fucking effort on it whatsoever. Sorry, again, another F-bomb. I'm sorry, steerage. Please don't hurt me.
I'll clarify for you in a minute, but I think what's going to happen is we're going to finish qualifying and they're going to take his time and re-grid thing in the lobby, from what I can see. I'm not sure.
Okay, I mean, yeah. As P16 in the Renault goes into the pits. Not even going to pronounce that. I'm sorry, but no, not even going to try.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, actually, Deer Hunter might be on that. Actually, I think Deer Hunter is on all that. He's in the middle sector.
I will go to him. He's up. 3/10 up.
He's run wide.
Oh, a little bit wide though.
Oh dear. Sometimes the game can validate you even though he has definitely lost time.
8/10 up through sector 2 apparently. I don't know if he'll finish the lap because he's very low on fuel. He's got plenty of ERS though to use. He might just about be okay. We'll see. Unless
he's moving.
I don't think he's
validated.
Line, so he's still going.
Costing him time as well. Interesting. If I was him, I'd jump into the pits and put another set of tyres. He's definitely got time to. You might as well do a tight lap at the end, otherwise he's not going to get another lap in.
Yeah, he might well do that, unless he just wants to finish this lap and see.
There we go. Into the pits.
Straight on. There we go.
So which of these guys on that lap
Lime is on a lap.
Lime
has just started a lap. He's through to turn 1, finally, after about an hour of waiting. Can you tell I don't like this track very much? I don't know if I've said so, but...
So you got someone who hates the track and someone who loves this track. That's perfect commentary, there you go. Again, tricky corner here. Little bit of a lift. In fact, he's nailed that. He's got the braking slightly wrong into the next corner though. Right. That's, yep.
A little bit of curve.
A little bit of curve, a little bit of back end loss, but he might have lost maybe a tenth or so as Barry's retired. I think that's a crash.
No, Barry's was in the pit lane.
Oh, okay.
So, feels he can't go any quicker. It is interesting, sometimes you have to think about it, but luckily the stream tells me he was in the pit lane, so... There's the unrelated Renault fan in Sector 2 there as well. Around the final corner. And we'll put this into P3. P3, 32.5. 32.5. Only 9.5 seconds slower than Beacon.
It's a good time. I'm interested by these guys that are doing their runs on the softs though. This is very much a one-stop strategy track, so...
very much a risk they're trying to take for early track position to try and pay off with strategy later in the race, but you run the risk of being caught in traffic as Giant is on a lap in traffic. Don't think he's close enough for it to affect him, but it could have a small,
He's getting
like,
a bit of a tow though.
dirty air related issue.
Yeah, he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get a tow down this back straight.
Yeah,
which would
he
be
will.
very
Absolutely, that would help him. Maybe that's what Active Beacon did. Got a tow.
useful. Very big tow.
By the helicopter.
A 10-car training flight kind of tow. He's closing very quickly.
Is Mystic gonna move?
Needs to move?
Mystic is not gonna move.
My God.
That Williams used to be white, now it's a little bit brown behind it, but never mind. He's still on the lap.
Giant is still on a lap.
Decent looking lap, to be fair. It's a great line through the final.
DRS. Jumps
Second
into
place,
second.
there you go.
That would have
Decent,
been pole
very
position.
good lap.
But like I say, I think they're going to restart the lobby and do the quality as it should be. So, as it stands, that is the pole position time.
It's hard to really if it's 10 seconds, that would be a 32.9 he's done. That would presumably put him down in P8.
32.7, but he's gonna set another time on the mediums, so it'll be whatever time it is on those mediums, I think. So I'll see if I can have a look at that at the end of the session, but we'll know where he is once the race starts.
7 seconds left of this session anyway, plus change.
Yep, so
Only Kazala is now on track.
It is final laps.
Is somewhere on track. Callum G can't improve. Schilling.
No, he did. He
coming down the DR straight.
No, he's actually going down
to
fifth as Button goes up into fourth.
Very good time to the penultimate corner with a hairpin. That's one I find particularly difficult to get right, but once I nail it, there'll be no stopping me. It might take me 33 laps to do so.
But he did it.
32.3.
It's
There's a lot of people going fifth. Alex Degu on the Ferrari is coming into the Snow section. We'll see if anyone's further yet. Hozu is Jose, as we call him.
Yeah, we're going to call him Jose. Jose
around into the pit lane, abandoning Jason.
Aqua
on the straight.
Around the final few corners.
Okay, we'll go to Aqua instead. Let's get a good shot of this. And there's Red Bull behind him as well. Could be Bottas.
Yeah,
it will be
Bottas. Aqua goes across into seventh.
Bottas. I'll get to him quick enough. Nope.
Doesn't do a decent lap. Jason across the line. Yeah, Jason, there you go.
He's crossing the line to 6th place.
Just ahead of his teammates, now. So they're very close.
Into the pits. And that's it. That's your lot.
Deer Hunter takes an initial pole, actually, now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
I'm going to have a quick look and see if I can find out what thingy time was on the mediums.
Yeah, I was just doing that just to see if people could see it. 32.1, okay.
I think it was a low 32.1, so that's going to put
32.103, 32.1 would be 8th place.
Yep. So he's going to split the Ferrari guys. No, actually, no, with everyone moving
very
up,
interesting way to start a race.
Sorry, we got that wrong.
You know what? We'll let the people deal with this. It's like Jerez all over again in 1997. Giving out the wrong times, but look how close the midfield is. Like 3/10 from 8th down to about 14th. Are you ready for one of your mad rundowns? Because you're going to need to take a deep breath.
No, I'm not. But okay, here we go. Right. Starting 19th up, you've got Bottas, Barry, Legends, Mystic, Jose, Kizzy, Lime, Callum, Aqua, Freya, or Wiz, as we're going to call him, Schilling, Jason, Degu Button, Chris, I forgot how you pronounce his name, I'm going to call him F1, the Giant, Deer Hunter, and Beacon. However, Beacon will drop to 7th place, and I've still got 8 seconds to spare. Thank you.
And we're migrating host. So that's helpful.
We're migrating host so they can do the correct order. So everyone will, in this case, have fresh tyres, but everyone should be starting on the same tyre as they qualified on. I didn't see what that was.
Pretty much mediums for everyone other than Schilling and Deer Hunter. That is essentially what I've taken from that. And everyone outside the top 10, start on whatever tyre you like. But, no. There are some people on the roof.
There are some, yes.
That's a brave place to stand to watch a Formula Motor race.
Actually, this is the thing, right? There are actually people on the roof, right?
Hmm.
What happens, right, if someone pushes them off?
Then they'll probably die.
Nah, see what I think they'll do is they'll catch themselves and they'll literally sticky out the edge of it. And survive.
That just depends on where you pushed off, because they're not all the way down. Unless you got
That's true.
Pathfinder grappling abilities to grapple to it from the floor.
You never know.
Maybe you call in a lifeline package, jump on that, and then get down. I don't know. Wait, did you really just do this? As everybody leaves the session one by one. It's Indianapolis 2005 all
just
over again. It's going to be a 4-car grid.
To the new session. Hopefully they don't fail this time.
Yes, that's going to be a problem if it does.
Well, you have to stop and restart the stream, wouldn't you? Because you have to restart the game.
To be fair, yeah, that's ILR's problem to figure out how to put it up onto YouTube, not ours. I'll stop it 12 times if I have to.
Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 people. We're on lap
grid.
0 of 28. We have 5th, 7th, and 17.
What a race!
Masters.
Oh my lord. I wonder how things operated when we weren't here last week, because I mean, surely the guard is better than this. And Legends has binned it. But he survives! Presumably these are just driving around because they haven't had an invite yet.
Sure.
Neither
Someone do
have we.
donuts.
Well, there's a backwards Ferrari, it's half a donut.
Best person right now to do donuts would be Legends, because those mediums have no grip. Mediums? Hards. I went to call them medium.
Sugar plum. So last game.
Yeah, right, I've had my invite. See how this goes, shall we? I'm going to jump back to Twitch.
It's disconnected from the session. Okay.
Alright, I'm back on Twitch now, so I can see any chat if someone wants to say hi, or I don't know, something. I got into the game first time. Thank you, game. Much appreciated.
Holy crap! So did I. Right. I'm in a spectator mode, so now it's over to ILR management to get this grid underway. I don't know if I should bother pausing it or just wait and see how long this takes.
Let's just see how long this takes. In all honesty, I don't see the point in stopping and restarting for the sake of maybe 2-3 minutes, hopefully. People seem to be joining, so they just need to wait on 3 more drivers, I believe. Once we get those 3, they can do the grid. And why are you going off my phone? I don't want to put anything in the Twitch chat. Let's go back to Twitter and see if they put anything else in there. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like the sound of that, oh no.
People are saying they can't join again.
Oh, not this again.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what to do. Who are we missing? I think Legends might be one of them. Is he? Yep. No, he's in. My mistake.
I am giving them the same advice I gave them earlier to restart their game again. Hopefully it'll work this time, because it seems to work for us.
Yep. We're missing a Red Bull. I believe is Bottas, was it?
Hmm.
Is he no, he's a Red Bull, not a Toro Rosso, my mistake. Bottas is in the Red Bull. We're missing a Ferrari, which was forgotten.
Aqua? Was it Aqua? No, it wasn't
No,
Aqua.
Aqua's in the Haas.
No, we're right next to each other as
And
well.
we're missing
Who was it? I don't know.
one McLaren missing. Jose's in. His teammate is not. We're missing a Racing Point. Sport Pacer Racing Point Formula 1 team. To give it its full title. Alpha's in. One Toro Rosso. 2 Williams. And good to see the Giant back on the grid again. Familiar with him for several seasons back on another league, which we won't plug here, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see him back.
Still don't know much about Beacon, other than he's ridiculously quick around China apparently. He can go 10 seconds into the distance.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that glitch at Monaco, where you can do a 39-second lap.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that. Teach me.
Do you know what? I did it on, was it last game? I can't remember if it was the last game or not. Did a 39-second lap, mate. I'm Monaco Pro, apparently. That's what it is.
Fair enough. So I'm not still not. Oh, Jason's in. That's the guy that we're missing from the Ferrari.
Ah, that was who it was. Right. We're missing one driver.
Are we?
Yes. It was 19. Pretty sure.
Okay, it'll be Aqua then. There's no House. Number 1. There's a lot of cars that only have like one, unless they're in the lobby and not in a car. There you go. Aqua's in the car now.
Yeah. Yes. Missing one. I can't remember if it was a McLaren.
Missing a
or a Toro Rosso.
McLaren. Missing a Toro Rosso. I feel like it was a Toro Rosso, but I could be mistaken, and it's probably a McLaren. Unless I'm very much mistaken, and I very often am, because I learned from the greats of this sport.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to
Everyone else
downstairs
is
earlier.
wondering
never
why I'm
mind.
missing as well. Actually, so this is interesting. Ah, Callum. No, he's there.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, we got Freyhard. Is that one that we're missing?
I believe we are missing. Yes.
Yes,
I
that's
can't
who we're
see.
missing.
Just double check. It's not in there. Not there. Definitely. There we go. Try hard. So this delay is a little bit longer than we were anticipating, so thanks for sticking with us and apologies for that. Hopefully we will get this racing underway very shortly. It's poised to be a fantastic race, very closely matched. Excellent. I would have been doing it as I went along, to be fair. Should be done shortly, so...
People are already readying up. I feel like we're not ready to go yet. Calm down, people.
Well, that's on them, but we're ready to call what they do on track, and I just feel like we should take a moment to talk about who do you think can win this race, given what we saw in qualifying.
Beacon.
Okay.
Beacon
And
did
an actual
122s in... an actual lap. Who got pole again? I've already forgot.
That's a
Who
question.
got second? I bet wasn't the Giant was up there, so I think, wasn't he? If I'm not mistaken.
Giant, possibly, yeah. Was it a red car?
So, I think you could see him doing well this race. It's going to be a case of with 19 drivers who can get through turn 1 cleanly, because turn 1, like I said, having 3 different lines you can take is a nightmare on lap 1.
They are bound to meet at some point on lap 1, yeah. Just a question of definitely keeping your nose clean and who can read the book the quickest.
If you can pick the correct line and avoid things, you can do a me, and you can do about 5 or 6 overtakes in turn 1. So it's anyone's guess, really. Anyone's guess. You could see someone from the back jump to 9th in turn 1.
Anyone from last to next to last. Anything can happen. I feel like it's going to be a great race. We're poised for a classic here in ILR.
Yeah, I didn't see the race from last week, but I know that week 1 was a very good race, so hopefully we get more of that.
Just very anxious to get started, really.
I have to say, these are very good numbers as well. I feel like it's more than it was week 1.
I feel like you're out of breath after 16, so to have 19 or 20 is going to do you in one of these weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to lose my
just
voice.
Stop for oxygen halfway down your rundown. But yeah, I'm optimistic for a great race. Week 1 was brilliant, like we saw. Last week, I'm told, was equally as good, so unfortunately, last week, Mr. Legends of IGN was facing the wrong way, but unfortunately that was last week, and I'm sure things were dealt with in the appropriate manner. And now we just wait as the finishing touches to the grid get finished, and we can hopefully you know what, I've no idea what the weather was going to be either, so hopefully they've checked on that and fixed that,
because I believe that's what they've been saying in chat. Interestingly enough, these guys aren't talking about starting yet. For some reason, in the Twitch chat, they're currently talking about FIFA.
Well, that game is horrendous. PES is better. Let's go. Let's do some racing.
But they are nearly done with the grid, though, according to them. So. Someone has just left.
Excellent work.
That makes life hard.
Oh dear. That would be a McLaren. There's no McLarens on the grid anymore.
Who was in McLaren?
There was only one to start with. I don't know. I feel like it was an awkward gamer tag to pronounce as well. Any second now, we'll be ready to go. Hopefully that McLaren can come back and we can get started. Maybe it's Craig on another account. Someone mentioned FIFA and he got confused. I thought, oh, I'm on the wrong game, hang on.
Yes. Oh, it was Jose.
You're on the wrong game. Jose! How could we forget? Sorry, Jose.
Jose. I mean, that's probably still not how you pronounce his gamer tag, but he's known as Jose now.
He's had 3 weeks to correct us. He hasn't. It's Jose. Almost assuming he can speak English to tell us otherwise. But
well,
you know.
he's speaking English in the chat, so I would believe so.
Oh. Okay.
Let me try checking him invite real quick. If it will let me.
I'm a tree. Just so ILR is aware, I am a tree.
Huh. You want to know something interesting?
Yeah, what's that?
My recent players isn't showing gamer tags unless it's someone I have added on my friends list.
Oh, that's awkward. Oh, we'll have a look.
Huh.
Nah, mine are fine. Jose Jalapeno on a stick.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Well, that's good because I can't actually invite him, but he is on my recent players list, so.
Yeah, he needs to select a car, and then I believe we're ready to go.
Excellent job. Small delay, can't be helped. Oh, okay, shut up, door. I'm sure that door wanted fame. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to think about it. Okay, we're ready. We're still ready to go. Hoping for a classic. my headset just fell off. Sorry about that. I managed to catch it in time.
Yep, you don't want to lose that. I do not need to be going solo on this, thank you very much.
It's okay. I got better reflexes than the England cricket team.
Oh,
Maybe I should be playing in the Ashes.
We have spinny circle next to the host. Ha.
That's aggressive.
Oh no, ooh, there we go. Now we've got spinny circles against everyone again. What is going on?
Hello. Lime is ready. The rest of the fruit is not. If we have to restart again, I'm going to murder Barry myself.
Oh no,
this
here we
is
go.
not good enough.
Here we go.
Please wait, as Lime has left the session. Oh dear. Here we go again.
If people wait, he can probably get back in. But obviously, people have got to do.
His name's disappeared from the participant list. I don't think he can get back in now.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if he manages to join back. But as people, we're going to be sitting here for a further couple minutes as people sort their strategy. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Okay. So people aren't sorting their strategies
no
out.
Fruit.
So if people are on the wrong tyres, then I guess they're not going to get anything against them because it's already done. So, you know.
Yeah, there's still time for them to fix it.
Setups come first.
There's 5 seconds to go. Yeah, setups first and take the tyres later. But anyhow, I believe everyone should have been on the mediums other than P2 and P10 or P9 or something like that. Let's put the telemetries on and let's find out who stuck to that.
Yeah, it looks like everyone has done what they need to do.
Yeah, there we go. Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Excellent job.
Oh, it was Deer Hunter that took pole. There we go.
Deer Hunter.
Wait,
I was up there though, you were
and
right.
then 2 Williams. Interesting. Don't think I'd ever see that in my life.
Is this F1 2023? When everyone else gets bored of Mercedes dominance and just starts their own F1, leaving Haas and Williams to lead the breakaway series. And Ferrari just don't know what to do, so enter every motorsport going and still can't win.
That's because they're bottle jobs.
Exactly. They need to hire talent.
So, Deer Hunter's plan here has to be to pull away.
Yeah.
He can't have a 5-6 second gap and pit and hope that this strategy works. He has to pull a massive gap in this first stint. He will still have to make up time after he's pitted because they will probably jump him, but he will be on the fastest tire at the end. So this is going to come down to how well he can overtake and make up time on the fastest tire.
2 racing points towards the rear there, circled by a Red Bull. Bottas, all 3 cars at the back. Legends Barry and Bottas, hard tyres. Mystic in 16th on mediums. Hard for Jose. Hard for Callum outside the top 10. Everyone else on mediums outside the top 10. So that is an interesting tyre call there too. But we'll go back to the front as they get ready to almost return back to the grid. Deer Hunter's led them away. It's not too bad a job actually. He's not too quick and not too slow. The tail gunners are coming around the hairpin.
But he's definitely backed him up now. So he's done what he needed to do. Now the AI gets to line him back up. Again, wish the Codemaster would add it so we could line ourselves back up. That would add so much to this game. Yeah, so just waiting on the back. Everyone relatively close actually, so no one really going to be sitting there for too long.
No. So it's especially like people on mediums will need to keep the heat, so hopefully they can have a decent start as I change camera angle for no reason with lights.
Yep, I'm going to stay on board.
3 lights,
you stay on board at the
5
front.
lights.
I'm still on 1 light on my screen, but there we go.
And they are driving in a straight line somewhat, and we'll see what happens. Deer Hunter gets away well. Giant can get him into turn 1. He's got a better line, but thinks better of it for now. holds it down the inside though, because he might be able to do that into the apex of 2 and 3. But for now, Giant is a fraction ahead, has the line, but goes a little wide to accommodate and doesn't get P1 and loses P2 as well to Physicala, I guess we'll call him that. It's close enough.
I have to say, it looks very
Giant
clean
is
from
still
everyone
braking
so
well.
far.
And his teammate is there as well. 2 Williams
Yeah.
now and a Haas as they were. Slightly different order perhaps, but
those
Chris
two
Jones
Williams want to be
behind in the
careful.
Ferrari.
They do not want to be going side by side for this
No,
long,
this is
because
9
that
Ferrari, I'm
Alpha
an
is
idiot.
gonna
There's an
look...
Alpha.
Oh, the Alpha is... Oh, actually, no, wait.
Giant. Does he give
Giant's
him room?
fine back.
Yeah, he gave him room alright, and he's got through, but
He's
there's a
managed to
Toro
keep that
Rosso
position,
wide in the
but he's
background.
lost second to his teammate. Now these guys need to stick as close to Deer Hunter as they can to stop Deer Hunter from being on the better call. As
Chris Jones has a great exit though, out of the Snell section, and if DRS was a thing, he would certainly be going past him. Turns out he might have the front line speed. Sorry, couldn't
tell you
resist
what,
it.
there was no real big gains or losses on that first lap. As it currently stands, there's a few ups and downs, like 1 or 2 positions. The biggest gainer was Bottas on 4. I guess you could look at Lime, lost 6, so he's the biggest loss at the start of this race. Everyone else is relatively where they started.
Lime lost, so he's not technically part of this race, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point.
He just didn't make it back in.
Yeah. So realistically, no one really losing too much or gaining too much in this first lap. As we got 3 cars here, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Beacon there, Beacon.
Yeah, Schilling wanting to find his way past Beacon very quick, because he needs to start getting ahead of all these other guys as well.
Fainted to the inside, but didn't go for it. Beacon was aware of it, just held his line. Good stuff.
This is costing Schilling some very important time, as
there is. You need to get through there on those tyres. You don't have much to play with there. This could get very, very, very spicy for some of these drivers in a minute.
Giants,
Look at Chris and Alex.
Yeah, Giant's lagging a lot on mine here.
He's down to 18th.
Yeah,
what has happened?
Involved in a... I don't know. I think some lag's happening with Giants.
There's no damage.
It's interesting. Alex here on Chris.
Alex still for the move. Yeah. Jose, naughty. Don't do that.
Cut a corner and gain a position. That's not good for him at the end of the race. They're side by side and says Heppin. I have a terrible camera angle. There we go. And yeah, there you go. Alex.
Button now. Button's on the back of this battle as well. Alex is through, but Chris is full. But Button's got a little wide there. Could have taken advantage and Beacon down in 6th.
He ran a little bit
He's
wide.
He's been hassled by Schilling in the Renault.
Yeah, this train is absolutely monstrous right now.
If they can keep this pace up, I am going to be voiceless by the end of the stream.
Yep, I'd say Mystic now actually.
Mystic with our
joint biggest gainer with Bottas here, 5 positions. He's just outside the points and he can see Callum.
Gaining on Callum, and the train in front of Callum as well, by the way. If you can clear Callum relatively quickly, this is going to get very, very spicy.
Yeah, either he clears Callum or Callum joins the back of this train as well, and we will have a... Well, let's have a look at this, what we're looking at.
We'll take Mystic with him as well in that case.
3rd to 11th, 3rd to 12th.
12th is on the back of Mystic as well. 13th is right there too.
And so is 14th.
If you look closely, you've got Bottas and Jose as well. This could be a... Barry's there. Legends is right. This is getting silly. Pretty much 18 cars in a train. We could see that. And that would be quite a sight.
I know we're only on lap 3, but normally some gaps have started to form by this point, but absolutely...
Izzy has made a move into the hairpin. Can he hold it around the inside? As well. Yes, he can. Izzy for the lead. Deer Hunter down into 2nd.
Yeah, that's not a good start by Deer Hunter. He needs to make the most of those tyres. Oh, Schilling losing out of position, trying to attack Jason's. Freyhard makes a move. So... these softs really not working out for these guys. They seem to already be struggling.
No, they're not a great race tyre at all. It's good info to have.
Oh,
if you're not on them.
Alex and Chris again. Chris having a look but can't make the move stick. using those different
Yeah,
lines
these have
through
been
turn
nose to
1.
tail.
Lime
These have been
only
nose
just
to tail
came
pretty much
back.
since the start. And I know you just said
now.
we're only 4 laps in, but that could be a race-long battle we could see. Button on the back of those two as well. Oh, that's not what you want to see. A Renault fan in sector 1 and 2. Someone, Aqua's in the pit lane, don't know what happened to him, but a lot of people have got the red arrow for a moment. Legends up to 14th.
I think something might have happened to Kizzy or something, I think is what's happened. He's going quite slowly right now.
Oh yeah, he's nowhere indeed. Yeah, Aqua's out of the pits on the hards.
Yeah, Callum's missing his front wing. Let's just have a quick look here. Kizzy's missing some of it. So that's going to ruin a little bit of the train, but it's still a relatively large train. Not more than 1.5 seconds, not even that, 1.3 seconds at most separating a lot of these guys. Deer Hunter losing gap to the leader. This is...
Freyard's going to make a move on Jason.
Actually.
DRS says, I'll take this position, thank you very much. But Jason's not going to give it up,
but
but has no choice in the end. He has to yield.
Yeah. very hard. Did the right thing.
Probably get DRS back though.
Bit, and got that position completed.
There we go. Gets DRS back as he crosses the line. But can't. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move into turn 1.
No,
he hasn't got no DRS.
Close enough. This DRS section is just to bring you close. You need to make sure you nail these first.
There we go. Different lines around there. You can see that quite clearly from onboard Jason.
Jason seems to be a little bit quicker going in, but Freyhard's getting better drive out.
Oh, Jose lost the session. Lost? Oh, Jose has left the session, I should say.
Yep, that's giving other people positions now.
Unfortunate. So
I'm going to go back.
The back. Mystic is right on the back of Schilling.
Alex is on the back of Deer Hunter though.
Yeah. We could look anywhere, we'd still be looking in the wrong places at the moment. This is getting quite ridiculous as Deer Hunter seems to have made a move on Alex, or defending his position at least anyway.
He's managed to defend the position, yeah. Alex is the one that needs to make this pass. Deer Hunter, I think, is the one that is causing this train at the moment. He just has no pace on those soft tyres.
Yeah, the softs seem to be a really bad idea. I can understand the gamble in the hopes you can pull away, but he just didn't pull away, and
it's not happened.
If anything,
Alex is going to make the move.
Alex is through now. As we say Mystic is well. Mystic has infinite DRS.
Could do it in Deer Hunter. Can't
Goes defensive on the out.
It's going to give Chris a better run.
Schilling has a better exit out of the hairpin. Mystic should have got the move done, and somehow he has not. He had a lot more DRS and still cannot get past Schilling as he made the switch back work at the hairpin there. So there's good driving from both.
Getting past Barton as well into turn 1.
That could be a crucial move for him. He just hopes to win the race. But Chris and Deer Hunter are side by side.
They're still going at it. They were side by side into turn 1 and they're still going at it. I think Chris has now got that move completed. Yeah, Deer Hunter just not got the grip. Beacon going to be the next one to want to look to get past him. He's going to want to do it quickly.
On the hards. Seems to be Hardy's the race tyre around here at the moment.
Yeah, he is on a fresher set than hards than some of the other guys though. So, but people like Legends, Bottas are going to be the ones to watch at the end of this race, as they'll be the ones on the quicker tyre, and Bottas rides on the back of Mystic.
Yeah, of course, I know his tyres are fresher because I saw him come in a moment ago because he was in some sort of collision with someone, but he should not be quicker than people on mediums or softs at this phase of the race.
Yep, Jason getting past Barton here. It looks like Barton's got no pace. Although he's going to get DRS down this straight.
Trying to see if he's got damage, but I'm not getting the right camera angles to
I don't know. He didn't open his DRS down that straight either. Interesting.
Very deep there around the hairpin as well. Very deep. I think he's just trying
position
to
though.
Always backwards and he's all over the place here. That's not what you want to see in the race.
5-second time penalty for extending track limits there. That's not going to help his race as he's currently sat in 10th.
But Button back down to 8th, and they seem to be having a lag fest between the two of them, Jason and Button now. I'm not sure who's to blame for that, but we'll stop seeing that because that's horrible to look at. Bottas and Mystic are going to...
Yeah, but I'm going to go back here to Deer Hunter, Freyhard and Beacon here. all three of these guys in a scrap. Deer Hunter really trying to defend, but
See,
Beacon
position change, so
making
I've
that move down.
I've come back with you. I saw a position change. I'll jump on the back of this.
Yeah, Beacon making the move. He's now going to drive away from Deer Hunter. Freyhard needs to get past Deer Hunter here if he wants to stick with Beacon. Just not a place to make a move, although he's having a little look. He thinks better of it.
Shilling in for hards.
It's an early pit stop actually, so... Actually, no, he was on the
damage
softs.
or just thought,
No, he was on the softs, wasn't he? So he's had to make that pit stop. It's going to be a tough race to get those to the end, though.
So that'll be... Limey's back. Unfortunately, I can't see his car. So... And, yeah, couldn't get in the car, left again.
Here we go, Freyhard. Make that
Lucky.
move easy on Deer Hunter. Deer Hunter just can't fight on these tyres.
Deer Hunter's probably going to be in. We'll have DRS, will he?
Oh no, hang on, Deer Hunter.
He's
He's having a fight back. He's having a little look on Freyhard.
I think it's a bit fruitless.
Yeah. Freyhard just had to open that steering, continue his line, and he gets past. Jason really laggy at the moment.
Yeah. It was worse when it was near a button, to be fair. But anyway, Legends up to 9th on the hard tyre there.
Yeah, he'll get 8th.
But he's leading a bit of a train behind him.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a train behind him, but
doing well to hold him behind him now.
They're on the hards as well. So to be fair, if he keeps this up, he could be in a good fight for points at the end of this race.
Yeah, he's done a solid strategy. Let's see if he can just keep his nose clean and keep doing what he's doing. He's done a great race so far.
Some of these gaps opening up a little bit. Although I guess we're going to have to watch this train with Legend,
on the back of Mystic,
and Giant. Bottas, Barry not too far behind as well.
Yeah. There are trains forming all over the road, but unfortunately no big train like we hope for.
No,
but that's okay.
There's still
you can have lots of little trains. Because little trains are trains too. And they matter just as much as the big ones.
At the end of the day, train to train. But Giant here, right on the gearbox of Mystic. Mystic close enough to get DRS as well, though. So Giant's not going to be able to make the most of that. So this is going to be a case of who has the better straight line speed. It seems to be the Giant.
We'll
but I don't
find
think
out.
It's going to be close enough. No, not quite. But we can stick with him. Although Mystic looking like he gets the better drive out of corners. This is the typical scenario we seem to find for races where one driver better out of the corners, one better on the actual straights. So it's one of those scenarios where Mystic is now closed back up onto Legends a little bit. Yeah, buttoning onto the HUD. I feel like that's an early stop for here. Oh, he had front wing damage. He's had to change the front wing yet. So that's why he was struggling.
Deer Hunter into 12th. He's now on the hard, so we'll see how far up he can get after everyone else in front of him on the mediums has stopped.
It's just a case of getting them to the end, which is a big ask.
It is a big ask, but he's going to have to. Yeah, it's definitely getting tight behind the Legends of IGN there.
Yeah,
seems to be the only battle at the moment.
He's
doing more than enough to keep him behind him. Yeah, it's solid pace.
The thing we've got to remember here.
Oh, and we've lost Barry.
Yeah, we've lost Barry.
I'm on board with Deer to find out where that is.
Though.
Don't know where that. Oh, there it is.
He's hit that
He's got too wide.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but that happens sometimes. And now he's just got to sit there and wait for the end of the race. It's only 19 laps, don't worry about it.
Oh, he gets to watch the spectaculars that we get to watch. But yeah, like I was saying, Legends doing enough here. He's got guys behind him on the mediums who can't catch and overtake, so they're beyond the point, and his tyres will probably just be coming into their own.
Yeah. Definitely getting a lot better traction out of the final corner, I've noticed that. In the brief times I've been on board with him at that moment. He seems to just disappear down the straight. But then everyone comes back at him into turn 1 and through the turns again. But Maybe he's super aggressive on the straights. But look at that exit.
Yeah,
Camera angles are deceptive, but he seems to have disappeared.
He does seem to have a very good exit out of corners. He's doing a very good job at the short shifting. Forgot it took 3 times. Third time's the charm, right?
Wow. Good England.
He's doing a very good job at shifting up early to keep that traction. So he's definitely done some practice for this track. He's had to correct himself a little bit there though.
Yeah,
he can also close
I'm gonna have to ask him to teach me.
Beacon's going to have DRS here. Chris is not going to have anything to fight him with other than ERS actually, so never mind.
Close, but won't be good enough. Chris will keep 3rd place and Beacon is right on his diffuser though.
Yeah, Chris had a bit of a lock-up, which is going to cost him a little bit of time as Chris goes in. So Chris has had enough on those tyres. He's decided, I think he's going to go for the undercut here. He knows Beacon's quicker.
Yeah. It's definitely worth a gamble at this stage.
Again, no, Legend. This is
Giant
about
from 10th.
Can Legend make up? Yeah, Giant in. So some of these medium guys are going to take the tyres as far as I thought they would take them.
Unless he's got damage we don't know about.
I'm going to watch him.
Doesn't look like it.
No front wing, so it is just tyres.
Bit early for some. I think he's definitely trying to undercut on someone ahead of him.
He's still in the pits though. That's just too tight. And like Gizzy picking up a penalty, but he's further back. He's not really in this at the moment. Button here on Aqua.
We have to go on board with Bottas, I guess. That seems to be one of the closer buttons, one of the closer battles on track.
No, Button just got past Aqua, but he's on the fresh tyres, although Aqua's having a fight back.
He hasn't quite given up yet. He still wants to keep that position, fair enough.
Button on those fresher tyres though, just
fresh rubber, just like, nah mate, I'm having it. You fight all you like, but I'm just having this line and there's nothing you can do about it, sir. Let's have a look at Bottas there on the back of Mystic. He got DRS, but he's not really close enough to make a move into the hairpin.
No,
he's gaining all the time, but just
he needs to
just
get the traction for the rest of this track. That is the best overtaking opportunity into that turn because you can get it down the inside, just open up the steering on the exit. Actually Mystic is in, so
never mind.
But I get free DRS here.
I'll take that.
I'll bring him a little bit closer to Legends as well. Both on the same strategy though, so he'll need to be quicker than
on the back of Button. Let's have a look at this battle.
So Aqua's still
really
not
seen
giving
it
up
today.
Yeah, then. So Button made the move past. Aqua's sticking with him enough that he gets DRS this lap, but it looks like Button just has so much traction, just more straight line speed. Aqua can't have a look at anything.
I think they both take the same line round turn 1 as well, unless Kizzy with another one. He's definitely doing that.
Interestingly enough, Aqua for turn 2 is having to go down to gear 1. Kizzy with another one. Kizzy's going to get disqualified at this rate.
I'm having to watch him to see what he's actually doing. I don't want to look at this, but if he's doing what I think he's doing, he's going to be a naughty engine. I'll watch it for a bit. You carry on highlighting through the field and bring my attention to any battles. The only one I can really see is Aqua and Button anyway at the moment.
Yeah, but Aqua and Button, but Button is he's slowly opening that gap. So it's quieting down for now, but it's going to, once everyone's started making their first pit stops, or once we start getting to the end of first pit stops, that's when things should get interesting, especially with those guys that started on the hards.
Alex is in. Talking of stops. Right on cue.
Yep, he's in, so he'll drop back. So is Jason, actually, his teammate. Oh, actually, they're double stacking.
Double stacking. That's
they've done that perfectly.
It's a
they've done
brave
that
call.
to absolute perfection, is what they've done there.
Well done.
GG Ferrari boys.
Renault fan in sector 3. Oh, that's why. There's a car that's facing slightly the wrong way. Schilling had a moment. Went low mowing. And Gizzy's now up into 15th. Hasn't done anything that I thought he was up to, so I guess it was just an honest mistake. Or he knows I'm watching and has just decided to get his act together and actually drive the track properly.
Possibly. But here's the interesting thing. Obviously, Alex on fresh tyres, Chris pitting earlier. Alex is now on the back of Chris again.
Yeah. Jason in 9th is holding up button here. I think he's slowing him down a little bit so I can get back on the back of him, even though he's already there. Feels like this could be a 3-car battle for 9th place in a moment or two. Just give it half a lap for him to really sink back together.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the Alex-Chris one at the moment though, because Alex on these fresh tyres should be able to realistically get close and make a move. They're not too much fresher, but it's every little bit.
Going to say they're fresh enough that it should make a small difference,
go,
but at 2 laps it's not really noticeable.
Speed!
Yeah, the speed is there. As Chris got the bravery under the brake, he has. Got the bravery under the brakes as well. There we go. That's what you're talking about all race. That's what you've been talking about.
Round the outside just does not work through that. He needed the inside.
Yeah, you can just block off the road if you're inside, but if you're on the outside, you just have to hope that the other car is not inside you and blocks you.
Yeah, there we go. We're going for 2 different lines.
As you found out, his voice is in. There we go.
Alex is going for the tighter line. Can he get the drive out of this turn 2 though? No, again. See, this is why the different lines work, because you can get close. If you're close enough, the tighter line can get you the move. But the wider line, as you come to turn 2, gives you the better drive out. As it looked like Alex had a little bit of a slide.
A bit of a slide there.
Yeah, that was
a little bit too much curve on the way in there.
Although
just threw the car off, but he managed to recover nicely.
You're not going to pronounce his name. F1. Here we go. Get on the back of Bottas. Bottas on the old tyres though, so it should be relatively easy. But this is costing him time.
Yeah. You don't want to be stuck behind someone for too long around this track, as the dirty air will be horrendous. Although not as horrendous as some other tracks like Hungary, for example. That's pretty bad. Still, dirty air is gonna.
Here we go. There.
Zikala, I've been calling him. I don't know why. It's not even close to us in that box.
Although Bottas is still there. Yeah, no, look.
He's gone for the switchback.
He's gone for the switchback. I think it was more just so that he wasn't battling. He did the switchback because he knows that he's on the older tyres. He can probably use him to pull him along a bit like this. Look, here we go.
Like that.
He's going to be looking inside. At a move. Brave.
He's going to take the position back, is he?
This is really costing F1. I'm going to ask him how he pronounces his name if he gets on this podium. I honestly don't know. But yeah, this is costing him time. Oh, Bottas had a big moment in front of him though.
He did. He's got the inside line again, but there's enough room for both.
Should be easy. He should have the grip out the corner, and there we go.
So we've finally done.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Bottas having a nasty for the straight
again. He will definitely be close to the DRS activation.
That drive
is great, but he's still close enough. That could, another couple of laps, he should clear the DRS window.
Yeah, Bottas having to be careful upshifting real early out of that corner just to keep the traction though.
Oh, with those Schillings out.
Kizzy's in a wall as well. Did something happen between those two?
Oh God, I hope not.
It looks like something might have done. They're both Schillings out where Kizzy was in a wall. So, and Kizzy got a 10-second time penalty for staying off track. Interesting.
I think he's trying to just stay out the way of the people that are actually like coming back through to lap him. It's a bit harsh to give him a penalty for that, but it is harsh. But never mind.
Yeah. Oh, Beacon
Legends finally in.
Yeah, Legends in, but that's still
Out
going on those tyres.
7th, 8th.
8th. That's going to be 9th as Jason comes past
to
10th. Back
just
to
outside
11th.
the points, but
it's just outside the points, but on the faster tyre.
Ooh, Aqua might not make it the end. He should, but he's going to be. Kizzy's having a miserable race. He might as well just say that's enough, and he has. Right on cue.
Aqua's going to
Some
really
of
struggle
those
to get to the
are
end, so I think
justified.
Aqua's going to have to pit again. So that's not a position for
Yeah,
Legends, but he will want to clear him while he's got his fresh tyres. Yeah.
he will, yeah, just in case. You never
Bottas
know.
and Deer Hunter will both also have a bit of a hard time at the end. They should make it, but it will be
Yeah.
tough. It will be a very,
Look at these
very
beacons on the back of
end.
Alex and Chris. Three-car battle here.
3-car battle for the podium, nevertheless, as it stands at
For
the
the
moment.
final
Once
step
Bottas
on the podium
pits,
as well.
well, once Bottas pits, it will be for second.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting enough, Chris close enough to get DRS, but he's not closing in on Alex at all. Whereas Beacon, right on the back of Chris. Ooh.
That double slipstream effect there certainly worked wonders for Beacon. Didn't really do anything for Chris though, somehow.
No, Chris.
Here we go again now. Look
I
how
don't
close he's
think Chris
getting
is
into
built.
turn
I don't
one.
think Chris
He's
is
not
built for
quite close
straight line
enough.
speed because they both have DRS. But Beacon is closing.
He's
Beacon
obviously
on the
built
tighter
it for corner
line.
stability, yeah. It's another option you can go and see which is better. There is a horrendously long straight here, which if you nail that with your front line aero, you're going to have a great race. But do you want to gain 2 seconds down the straight or 3 through the corners? It's really what you need to ask yourself when you set your car up for this track. I'm going to look at Button now. He seems like he's about to try and pass Jason for the 33rd time this race.
No, Beacon had to back out.
Yes, he doesn't quite get it done again. They're side by side out of the corner and they are lagging together again. And Button, Legends is through. Legends has passed Aqua. He's passed Button. That's what he needed to do, and he should get past Jason shortly as well if he can keep him out of the lag car.
And Jason's next on his list, which will put him up into 8th, and then not too far ahead is Deer Hunter.
This is a storming drive. He's not finished yet either.
Yeah, he's already made up 8 places this race. Bottas currently making up 17, but I think once he pits, he'll fall behind where Legends is at this point. That's how these gaps are currently working. Here we go. Legends should have it easy down the straight here. Should be able to move back across. Yep, there we go. Right. Now he's got a little bit of a gap to catch the Deer Hunter. There we go, Bottas is in. So he's going to lose position to Freyhard. He'll lose position to Deer Hunter, Legends. He should lose it to Jason. He's going to lose it to quite a few people here, actually.
Legends. 34-9.
He's going to lose it to Mystic as well.
That's his man.
And the Giant, I think.
Jason.
So I think he's going to come out 13th. Yeah. That's...
Jason goes around turn 1 about 4 times there. Never mind.
Legends already, actually. Right up near Deer Hunter.
Yeah. Deer Hunter's going to be just looking after his tyres at this point. He might even just take him another handful of laps and just whack on some mediums or something, just so he can have a play with fastest lap possibly. It's all about the delta though and the window if he's got one. Which at the moment he doesn't really have much of a window to come out anywhere in the top 10.
No,
so
it would bring him.
It's going to be a risky call. It's going to be a risky call, but you might have to sacrifice his race now just to try and get better position later. Because by my calculations, he's not going to finish much higher than 8th on this set of tyres.
There we go.
You might as well take a risk and see if you can get 8th or 7th on the new tyres, but that's just me. If you're having a race like this, Legends should be through just about.
Deer Hunter
yeah, just about. Slide lock up.
Until Legends makes him
slide lock up. Nope. Never mind. Oh, Legends, careful, careful. I told you he doesn't like pressure. I think the words you said in qualifying have started to resonate in his head, and he's just making a little mistake there. Hopefully that's the last one he makes of the race, and he can just drive home to a podium fight.
Yeah,
he's not that far off it.
He's not too far. Let's say he's not too far from it. He just he's going to catch Chris, who's then battling Freyhard. And there's a little bit of a gap to Beacon, but he can definitely make that gap if he can get past these next 2 ahead of him.
And there's Hosu's ghost car just being hasty to get out of the way and drivable through. So that's helpful. Legends clears it too, so that's not a problem. But we have a look at Button and Deer Hunter at the moment. They're the closest, and Jason right behind Button. These two seem to be forever changing positions. And we barely ever see them as well, because we're looking at something else when they switch.
Yeah, unfortunately there's been a lot going on, but these guys are close at the moment, so I guess we'll watch them. It's gonna be Button on Deer Hunter first though. Deer Hunter, he's now in that same scenario he was in on those softs. Those tyres are just
Oh dear!
slowly.
That's Jason the wrong way.
Yeah, he was around the wrong way. That's going to cost him a lot. He's put
Slightly-
Giant off as well.
Slightly. Well, that's lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, his tyres are going to be
On
pretty
fire
dead now, though.
is the term you're looking for.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's
Okay,
going to be
so
that
here we
battle
go.
over. So that's going to take some pressure
Button
off
and Deer
Button though,
Hunter.
which means he can now really go for it on Deer Hunter.
Yeah.
Is he going to look at a little dive here? Nope, he follows
No.
in. Deer Hunter initially a little
Possibly
bit
could've.
tighter. Deer Hunter
Bottas,
goes for the tighter
34
line.
tree.
Yeah, Bottas going quick, but he's in 12th at the moment. He could bring himself into a point if he's quick enough. But Callum picking up some
Oh dear.
taking bounty there. Whew. But it's Button on Deer Hunter at the moment. He's going for the cutback. That's a cheeky little cutback he's done there. Very, very
Cheeky
cheeky.
boy, cheeky,
indeed.
cheeky. Well, you know, if the gap's there, you go for it.
Deer Hunter just doesn't
this
have
occasion,
the grip
it's
left
worked
to
out
fight
for him.
this. I know he's.
If he doesn't,
I think Button's looked after his tyres a little bit better. Deer Hunter just. He has nothing to
I think-
fight.
Deer Hunter gunned it as soon as he got out, and I think he's just killed him a little bit. I haven't seen if he's had any half spins or anything to really hurt his tyres, but he definitely didn't seem too cautious when he first came out of the pits to make sure he can get to the end.
Yeah, right. This is where things are going to get a little bit quiet, I think, now that Button's past Deer Hunter. Maybe
worth
we could
saying.
see... Go on.
Jason seems a lot more stable in his connection now. He's nowhere near Button. Just thought I'd point that out there for anyone watching.
It's an interesting fact. Where are we looking at here then? I think the next one is Bottas on the Giant, actually.
Yeah, completely forgot that
It's not for points, but it's the only battle
it
currently
could be
happening.
eventually. All they need is someone ahead of them just to fall off, and then they could be.
Or be quick enough to catch Mystic, which Bottas could do on these tyres, but he needs to get past Giant
Possible.
first.
Yeah,
As that's happening, Chris is closing on very hard a little bit. He's within that 1 second. Oh, he's
I'll stick with
just
this for
dropped out
now,
of it
but
though
I
for
will.
DRS though.
I will
so
keep an
yeah,
eye
I
on
would
the
stick with that one.
deltas.
I don't think Chris is going to get DRS here. I think he was just outside it as they crossed it.
Races like this are brilliant.
Oh no,
You
he
don't
is
know where
going to
to
get
look
DRS.
before you know it.
Bring it closer. He won't be able to look for a move though.
Fastest lap currently at Bottas, where we are now, but no points for that. Just personal pride. Unless they have a rule we don't know about, but. Wow, Callum's had a miserable day. 3 stops. Everyone else on the 1.
Yeah, he's probably going to go for fastest lap now, to be honest with you. I mean, it won't mean much, but
Yeah, he's on the soft, so there you go. That's what he's going to be doing. Position changes. Legends up 11. Freyhard up 6. As is Mystic and Bottas up 7. That's just something to consider for driver of the day later on. There's a long way to go.
as it
yet
looks at the
before we think
moment,
about
it's
that.
going to be Legends, but we'll keep an eye on that because every time we've said that before, he's made a mistake. So I'm not going to say anything. I've already kind of said it,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to say too much.
What telemetry do you want, viewers? You're going to have tyres again. If you want something else, let me know.
To say Legends now, he for a few laps was not closing anything on these guys, but he suddenly started reeling them in quickly again. So he's really
there they
saving
are,
that ARS when
right
he
there.
needs to.
It's all about management now, and when to push and when to just hold off a little bit, just so you have a little bit more in the tank for later in the race. And that's a little bit wide there for Legends. Any wider that might have gone bad.
Indeed, and he's only in high ERS, but Chris is going to pull from him a little bit, I think, because he's got the DRS on Freyhard. He's slowly closing in Freyhard as well, so this is going to be, things continue, a 3-car battle for full. I don't think we're going to see any of these.
That. Don't think we're going to see anything.
Nope, Freyhard.
Well, that's just giving Legends a position that he probably wasn't expecting quite as soon. Yeah, a little bit too wide coming out of the final corner.
So it's going to be about
Giovinazzi, Antonio Giovinazzi.
Yeah, it's going to still be about for between these fourth, between these two. But like I said, I don't think you're going to see any of them catch the podium runner of Beacon. So
no,
just it's going to be about for fourth. I think the top 3 are pretty set.
For some reason I'm just watching Callum as I'm pretty sure he's about to cross the line for fastest lap of the race. If he doesn't, there's a problem.
Yeah, he's only just put those tyres on, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, he has no deployment left on his tyres, so
there you go.
33.8.
33.838. Have a look at Legends, he's right on the gearbox of Chris. This is a superlative drive by the Legends of IGN.
This was set to overcast. I swear I just saw something on my screen then. Well, pretend I didn't know. Because I don't think I actually did. That might have been me wanting to see it. There you go, DRS.
I haven't seen any weather change.
Real close.
So close, he could actually get it done. If he tries to...
Very good on the
that's
brakes.
Good defensive driving from Chris there.
Yeah,
good on the brakes, good positioning of the car.
This could be a turn 1 move.
Fascinating battle.
He just can't get the run though.
Aqua's up, past Deer Hunter, is he? No, not quite. The side-by-side around the final corner, that's a little bit ambitious. Someone's got to give up. Neither of them have. It's a teammate as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my Lord. Please don't do that again. Oh, 2 teammates side-by-side out of the final corner. Oof. Bit of a heart attack as Mystic
final corner's
Bottas
final corner's not a fun place to. Final corner's not a great place to be going side by side.
Giant and Mystic, apologies, not Bottas and Mystic. I'm
surprised that Aqua's still got fight left in him doing 20 laps on those tyres. To be honest with you, like, whew.
I think having your inside, just having your inside go up your teammate go up your inside, it sort of wakes up a little bit of passion. So hang on a minute, I'm not done yet. Well, Callum's out.
Callum done.
Don't know where. Doesn't really matter.
No, it's yellow flag in sector 3. I'm going for sector 3 on board with Legends. So if it was crashed out anywhere, we'll see it in a minute.
Be the final corner, if anywhere, I think, for my money. But we'll see shortly, as I'm still on the battle between the 2 Haas drivers. Tyres are pretty dead, to be fair.
Oh my mother! Jeez, that was some overspeed.
Still there.
He's not managed to make a move, but it's side by side.
Going forward around the final corner. Oh no, that's not worked. I think that's a little bit overambitious of Legends there, if I'm honest, but there was a gap. He had to try and go for it, but unfortunately it didn't work.
That's now costing him more positions, so I think that's some positions set. It's just a question of can Legends recover anything now, I think. Aqua and Deer Hunter still going
teammates.
Hang on, they're in Haas cars, they're going to hit each other. Called it.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, called it. Called it.
I'm surprised it took so long.
While these 2 are fighting, it's allowing Bottas to catch up, so you never know, Bottas might be able to gain another couple positions here.
You know what? This could be a sensational scrap for the final point. You know, like, who gets it? Bottas is probably in it, but he'll want more than that. Legends, I can see finishing 10th because he's killed his tyres after that spin, possibly, if he's pushing too hard after that. He could end up going backwards from there. So it's anyone's game now for 7th downwards. Unfortunately, Giant is out of everything, so unless someone falls
Teammates
off, no points for
again.
Giant today.
Side by side into the snail bit, and just thinks better of it. Although he might be able to get a better run out of here. No, actually, looks like Deer Hunter's getting a better run.
Aqua's just driven off down the straight now. There's a little bit of gap between them, and Deer Hunter's under pressure from Bottas. Goes defensive early.
Oh, he
And
moves.
Then moves.
Moves.
Oh.
That's.
I don't know if that's. I think that might be allowed once, but if he keeps doing that, I feel like it's borderline. Like if I'm driving, I'd be unhappy with that, but it didn't hit me, or you know, it's judgment call. But doesn't matter. He's going to pass him anyway.
Here we go.
Into turn one. The Hunter holds it around the outside,
That has
but
to be sorted.
not quite enough.
That's that sorted now. Bottas is
now.
gonna battling
Bottas
him
will
though. He's
surely
lost
just
him,
drive
like,
away on
he's
the
lost
fresh
him
tyres.
some time here. He's lost him some time from Aqua,
has.
so suddenly Aqua could be in a solid position if he can keep this gap. But Bottas will be on the faster tyres.
We'll keep it on the track even. He did have a bit of a step out moment there as he came out of the corner.
Yeah,
but recovered quite well. He is low on fuel.
Lap old hards.
This is going to be like every little twitch is going to have him closing his eyes and holding on for dear life.
This reminds me of my race in a different league.
There's another one.
There's another where you just have nothing. It feels like you are. I got helicopter cam. Yes, helicopter cam.
Oh, you know what? So have I. First time all race I've had it. What a crucial time to bring it out as well. 2 laps to go.
Do you know what?
And there's no one really fighting for position
because
anymore.
Legends, even after that spin, is catching the back of, or is on the back of Freyhard.
Oh, he has. To be honest, I hadn't paid him attention because I just didn't see him getting back into it after the spin. But
and there's still a battle
evidently I was wrong.
with Button on the back of Chris. What is this madness? Actually, in fact, Button making a move around the outside. Chris down
I think Chris will get it done now. He'll get it back. He's got the line for turn 2.
Oh, but Button's
or 3
still there.
or 4, whatever they call it on the official calendar. That's wheel banging.
That's a bit of wheel banging, but oh, hang on, they're still going side by side.
I think the move's done now, surely.
Button could go for the cutback if he thought about it. He didn't think about it though. That's it.
I think he thought about it, but Chris had the perfect line to make sure that didn't happen. I think that was smart there.
Legends made it past Freyhard in all of that as well, so.
Legends, every time we look at someone else, you do something good. When we look at you, you've been in a wall. He really doesn't like the pressure, does he?
No, I think that is it. It is the pressure. But I think now the battle here is going to be between Button and Chris for 4th place. I think we might see a little bit of a battle between Bottas and Aqua, but right now this is the closest one.
If one of these two makes a small mistake, look where Legends is. He's not too far behind them.
He's
5 or so seconds.
It's going to take some contact.
Oh, Jesus.
But oh, the
like
cutback.
That's going to work for Button, though. Cut back.
Beautiful cutback, I have to say. Nice. Chris is still there, though, and he's going to get DRS if he can get a good run.
Which he seems to have done. Can he get it done back into turn 1?
He's got a beautiful run. He's got a beautiful run.
Pick your spot and go. There we go. Button's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, not again.
He's like, oh, I've got to do this again now. Final lap, and I've got to do it again.
It's the last lap.
On the back of Aqua as well. There's 2 different battles going on here. But, oh, contact between Aqua and Bottas. It involved a Haas again, though, should I say. They both managed to recover it.
Okay.
It was a bit of like tandem drifting, as I like to call it.
Giant could still get a point here. He's right on the back of Deer Hunter in the other Haas.
There's a Haas though, they could be contact. You gotta be cautious.
Yeah, it could be. Tyres have gotta be like close to bursting, as is Aqua's, and 24 lap holes. Come on.
Aqua's, I don't know how he's done 24 laps on these tyres.
It looks like he has as well. Like sometimes you look at him and think he doesn't look like he's driven 24 laps on those, but these look every bit as battered and torn as 24 laps around this track suggest they would be.
Yeah, 100%. They do not look healthy. This is going to be Button's last chance here to get a move on Chris. He's got the DRS. Chris goes defensive. Button needs to make this move. It's side by side.
Who comes out in front?
He's gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go too wide for this final corner. Boy, that's it.
It's all about penalties now. Can he get ahead of him?
Oh, Button had to look across the
line.
It
over the line.
Not even a 10. Not even. Button's crashed it across the line, but he's managed to be classified a 10. Not even just under a 10.
He did cross.
Between those
just
two.
About crossed the line before he crashed it. That was fortunate, as Jason will come on 12. Mystic, not a great evening's work for him today. E13 starts to celebrate early, might lose it. You know, he's just weaving down the straight. Fair enough. That's not going to help you slow down. Big lock up of the brakes there, just to show off for the crowd there. Good job. All eyes on you, sir. Take as long as you want.
Whew.
Donut.
Kind of wish Chris and Button were on the podium
Donut.
now. Like that would have been a podium interview and a half.
I wanted a donut, and he gave me a flapjack.
I'll be honest. I don't have many questions lined up for these top three. I feel like their races were pretty quiet. I mean, Beacon made up some good positions.
Yeah, we didn't really see much of it, so maybe something happened we weren't aware of. I don't know. What is this podium? Williams.
Sort of command load through. There we go.
A red car, and the overpowered one.
I mean,
didn't win.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Well.
Right.
Classified
I'm
results
going to
coming up
guys,
shortly.
So
Take a breath.
I can't. I got. Can I?
Oh, wow. So you've got time to do the classified when you get back from invitations.
Alright, here we go. Right,
Get
so
to
I'm
the
going to
bottom of the list.
start. We'll start with the DNFs. You got Barry and Chilling in DNF. Oh, so it was Kizzy actually. I'm waiting for it to come up, and Callum. So that's your 4 DNFs. Then from 14th.
Well, that happened.
That did happen indeed. Right, let me try and invite these guys again. Hang on then. Alright, view game tag.
Yeah. Can't remember.
Just as I was running through the clarification as well. No.
Yeah, I heard you get to
well, I mean, I
about
can do
P13, and then my party decided, you know what, you're not allowed to broadcast anymore, get out. Get out of my house, you asshole.
Invite to party, and this guy, where is he? There. You give me hard. Invite. Oh, hopefully people saw the clarification, because I only know the top three.
Oh,
As
apologies, top
everyone
three.
is
My
here,
party
actually.
decided to die. So, sorry about that.
Right. Yeah, so if you could all include your audio, and we'll start the podium talks with third place Beacon.
Yep.
You're qualifying, mate. You set a blistering lap time.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know where
really
you get
good.
that out of. Oh, mate, like 10 seconds in that final sector, insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it, mate.
It was pretty good. I think there was still a couple of attempts in it, but you know, it's about there.
Well, oddly enough, though, with that time, you started seventh. I don't know. It seems weird that But you
Yeah.
know, you started 7th. You made up 4 positions in the race.
Yeah.
Other than making up those 4 positions, which didn't seem too difficult, it seemed like you had a quiet race once those were done. Just give us a quick run through of exactly how you went about those overtakes and what the rest of your race was like.
All right. So yeah, at the start, I think I held position. I was battling a bit with WRR Button. I was following him for a while, and then I think I was able to make a move on him. Such quite a good move down the inside. I think it was at turn 1. And then the train sort of extended a bit and trying to get past Deer Hunter when he was on those wearing soft tires. That proved a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. I think it took me a lap or so. I think I lost a couple of seconds there, which wasn't great. But yeah, and then I just sort of drove around until I pitted. I was closing in on Chris, and then he decided to pit a couple of laps, 3-4 laps before I was planning to. And then obviously I came out behind him and Alex after I pitted. Got past Alex. No, sorry, got past Chris again, and then he ended up spinning around again. So that's not ideal. 2 races in a row we've been battling, and he's ended up backwards. But yeah, and then after that, I was just following Alex to the end of the race. Really, no, I know I wasn't going to catch him, so I just sort of drove.
The strategy of just make it to the end, which is fair enough, and it got you some good points in the end.
2 podiums in a row.
Your team, your team not got your teammate with you up there in the points, but up some good points for them. So well done on that.
Thank you.
Right, we'll jump to 2nd place, Alex. Now, I do remember a few points from your race. Now I actually think about it. I know you were having quite the battles in the little train at the beginning, swapping and changing. I know your teammate was in there as well. You also went for the double stack with your teammate. Just run us through why that was your decision. And did you know you had the gap to double stack it?
To be honest, I wasn't even in the party with him, so I had no idea he was coming in. I was just dictating whether I should come in lap 11, 12, and I thought the tyres were good enough, so I just pitted, and I didn't know he'd come in. I was just unlucky. Him.
It seemed like you made the right call in the end. Literally was perfect. Pretty much. He got out, you came back in. Oh, wait, we're off Beacon. Good thing I don't need to answer any more questions, isn't it? And then, same as Beacon, really. Once you had got yourself through that little train, you had a relatively quiet race from what we saw. I mean, there wasn't much to spectate. Was there any issues that you had during that race, or was it just relatively straightforward?
No, to be honest, as soon as I got past Chris, I had nothing really to do other than just try and extend the gap to Beacon, because he was quite similar pace to me. But yeah, 2nd place was pretty much the best I could do. I was nowhere near the leader. But no, I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the 2nd place, picking up some good teams for your points for your team. Your teammate, unfortunately, just after a few mistakes, but good points nevertheless.
Thank you.
Now, before I move on to your questions, 1st place. How on earth do you pronounce your gamer tag?
It's F1 Cizala.
Cizala. Makes sense now you said it. I've just been calling you F1 the whole race.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Someone said that you called me Physicella, or one of you did, or something.
Yeah, that would be me. The tree cannot read. Let's move on.
I like it. You can call me it.
I thought that's what he was in homage to, like Physicala. Close enough. But anyway, we'll try to remember whatever the hell it was you just said.
Yeah, we'll attempt to remember that. I might just not be calling you F1. But yeah, right. So, you started this. Were you just ahead or just behind your teammate? You were 2nd or 3rd?
Behind. I was 3rd. Yeah.
You were behind. Yeah, you were 3rd. All I know is you were side by side for the first good few corners.
Yeah, I know.
At one point, I was a little bit worried for you because didn't need your
Yeah.
team crashing after all the work you did in qualifying.
No.
But you managed to get past him, and then you stuck with Deer Hunter, who was on the soft tires. And once he started struggling, you just got ahead of him, and after that, you just kind of controlled the race. It didn't seem like you had many things to do in the race.
No. It was just a kind of race where it can just control the tire temps and not bottle.
Yeah, tire temps are
Um,
a crucial thing to do
yeah.
around China with the tires, and they're quite heavy wear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other
well,
than that,
that's
it was-
pretty much all I have to
that's my
ask. you.
race.
Your race was boring, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Just more entertainment next time, right?
Yeah, I know. I'll try.
But yeah, no, congratulations on the win and some very good
Cheers.
points for Williams. That's not a sentence I
Yeah.
thought I was ever going to be saying.
Second in a row for me as well. So
But yeah, with that podium talk over, I will hand it back to Mackie to close us out.
Thanks very much, sterling job as ever. Congrats everyone that finished on the podium. Great racing this week, largely for the entirety of the race. There were battles all over the track. We didn't really know where to look. Next week is a track which could be as chaotic as it was eventful today. And just watch out for Castle. Anyhow, now let's see how long it takes me to sign out today.